Hey guys, Lisa, Women's School Gardener. So today's project is prepping the shade garden bed for the new season. My husband actually brought me down compost. So we got the compost delivered. He shoveled it down here for me. So what I want to do is this particular area is especially root bound. So over the years, I have been spreading compost and wood chip as well to kind of break it down. It does have a lot of debris with pine cones and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean this bed up and then spread the mulch. And I'll show you some pictures of what they look like. I'll do a little bit of a video overlay or some pictures of what this area look like. Filming this around March 3rd. Weather is really nice. Just got off work. I got about an hour and a half before I have to pick up my daughter from school. So I'm going to try to get that done and then kind of knock it out. So once I'm done with this area here, the whole backyard will be done and all cleaned up for the new season. The only thing I'll have left is just a stone step garden bed. Love if you can please subscribe to the channel, share with a gardening friend. So let's start cleaning up. Because I have so much perennials and other stuff in this area, and I also have drip tube, the rake doesn't work so well to rake up all of the pine cones and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I have to use my hands and kind of get them in the way, which is not efficient, but I try to rake and the rake keeps getting stuck with the drip tube that I have all over the place. So, oh well. I am leaving some of the pine cones, not pine cones, the pine straws on there because the tree, it does fall from the tree above, but it's too late, too thick, and so when I spread the mulch, like I don't like that look. So I'm just removing some of it. I'm also getting rid of the little like sticky, what do you call these things? I'm also getting rid of them because they do like drop a lot of seeds and stuff. So I'm just trying to eliminate some of them. I have some lambs here that I'm cleaning up as well. Definitely need to mulch because some of my hostas, I can see the top of it, so definitely needs a layer. I'm also being super careful because there might be critters under here and I don't like this corner. I'm going to use the rake over there. Alright, I'll continue and then I'll show you guys final results for now. So I got a pretty good portion of this done so far. Sorry for the lighting. So I cleared out all of this up to that point on here. Next, what I want to do is I cleaned out that lamb's ear already, but I need to trim this, so I'll show you guys how I do that. And then I've got some lamb's ear that I need to clean out there too as well. So let's go ahead and do that and then finish up this part of it here. I don't remember what the name of this is. I'll pop it on the screen, but a little bit overdue to trim them because they're already started blooming. I mean, leafing out already. But usually I trim this once a year and I go pretty severe with it, and then it just grows back out. And I usually just prune it into like a little ball shape, and then it just grows back out. If you don't prune it, it becomes like too stringy and woody. I think I'm all good here for this one. So let me show you how I clean out the lamb's ear now. So for my lamb's ear, hopefully you can see it. All I'm doing is I'm just taking all of the brown. It's pulling all of the brown out. So you're just exposing the rest of the plant to airflow, and it's just going to rebound itself from there. Yeah, my hostas are starting to come out, and so are whatever I had over here. I think this might have been my Solomon seal that was over here. I've got hosta here, native fern just growing here, grass. I don't need this grass in here. Pull that out. It's a weed. Or is that a toad lily? That might have been a toad lily over there. We get so much debris in this area. My goodness, the clay pole. Guys, I got a little bit sidetracked, so I started listening to an episode of Closer on Netflix, and then got carried away, forgot to press record, just started doing. So I'll show you. I cleaned out the entire area of the shade garden bed, and then I started spreading the compost. Doesn't it look amazing? Right? Nice. So I just did a little piece of it there. Tomorrow when I have time, I'll spread it all behind this area here. So I'll have a nice contrast, and it's going to act as like a top layer too as well. So basically dressing it with compost. So, hey, all right, we'll continue tomorrow. Hey guys, so I'm filming this around March 4th. And looking at a 10-day forecast, there's no freezes. The low we have is like of the high 48. So I'm starting the process of hardening off my cool season plants, which for this right now, I've got my ranunculus, I've got my anemones behind the camera, I've got my onions as well too. So what I did was brought them outside. So normally the process you follow for hardening off your seedling is typically day 1 you take them 2 hours outside, day 2 you take them 3 hours, 4 hours, and so forth. and you're basically getting them accustomed to being to outside temperature, which includes wind and the sun. And normally when you take them out the first couple of days, you want to take them out on the day when it's not that windy, and also don't put them on direct sunlight. So I typically bring mine out to the bottom of my deck that's covered. Now I don't have time to go through the whole hardening off process of day 1, day 2, day 3, whatever. So what I do is I look at the forecast, and for the next week or so, it's in the high 40s. So these are cool season plants. They can tolerate a little bit of cool. So these have been sitting out here for 2 nights now. Today is Wednesday. I brought them out Sunday night or Monday morning, one of those on there. And I just left them. And the temperature is mild enough that they would be okay. I do need to go ahead and water it because I can see the containers are a little bit dry, and I'm not going to take it back indoor. I'm just going to leave them out here because my intent is probably in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks of planting these out, and that will also free up space indoor as well. So I also brought out my foxglove as well, which is behind here. So let's go ahead and get some water in these, and they've been doing pretty good. I did have aphids indoor, so I had to wash some of these seedlings off. So I'm just inspecting them just to make sure that I don't see any more aphid activities on there, because that's my main goal, is not to have any more aphid activities. But all in all, they look really well. Now my nasturtiums, they look all nice and pretty, guys, but they're super leggy because I had the grow lights too far from when they germinated. But they're super leggy, but nasturtium is trailing. It'll be fine. I'm not fertilizing these because the last time I watered them indoor, I did fertilize them. And I did check, and it's not going to rain until Sunday, so that's why I'm just leaving them out. Normally, if it was raining, I would bring them in and out, which is a pain, to be honest. So it actually worked out pretty great. I'm going to go ahead and water my onions as well, which I brought those out. And I'm going to leave my onions to harden off too as well. And then these were my Persian ranunculus that has sprouted as well. So I'm just giving them some water and leaving them outside to grow as well. I'm going to continue checking the weather because I don't want the rain to sneak up on me. I can see for the onions, they started bulbing up at the bottom of it. Let me bring you guys a little closer so you can see it. I don't know if you can see, but can you see how the onions are bulbing up? First year growing onions from seed successfully, at least I think it's successful. This one here is the bunching onions, which I started after the Walla Walla didn't germinate. But I can see onion, shallot, red onions over here, and then the yellow one over there. So they're starting to bulb up nice. I might be planting these out probably in a week and a half, so I'm just letting them get acclimated to the outside weather, some outside wind, all of that stuff. Ranunculus is looking pretty good. Alright, so the next thing we gotta do is let's continue the shade garden bed and finish composting it. We cleaned it out yesterday, and now we have to finish up the compost, so let's go do that. So we are in what you call fall spring here in Georgia. Today is March 4th. I just got off work. I'm not going to go change and waste time. I'm trying to get as much as I can before the sun goes down. So just got off work. We're gonna spread this. Not wearing a jacket or anything. It's super, super nice. I would say probably it's like low 70s right now. Amazing weather, amazing weather. And the low for this week will be like in the high 40s. So good timing. I mean, I love it. I'm not gonna complain. So let's go ahead and continue spreading our mulch, not mulch, our compost. I'm just doing a good layer. I'm going to be a little bit careful because some of the hostas and things like that have started sprouting already, which that's nice too. I do have Edgewardia here that the root is a little bit exposed, so I do need to fill it up. I just realized that I have some, what do you call it? Cyclamen bulbs that sprouted, and my compost is covering them. So let me just unearth it because they started flowering and I don't want it to damage. I mean, let me uncover it. That's what I meant to say. Looks like my bleeding heart is also sprouting out. And my blue aster as well is starting to come out as well. Use some of the compost and top off my pots as well, since, you know, I'm right here. compost does give it a nice defined border with a color separation. Oh, hosta is starting to pop up. Yay! I'll bring you guys in a little closer. You can see what's popping up so far. Off the pots so that way I can top dress them a little bit. Alright, so last area to spread compost, and then the shade garden bed will be done. It looks so nice, you guys. I'm gonna give you a top down view. I'm gonna go from the deck, and that way you can see the whole area, but it's beautiful with this layer of compost. Oh, my grass is starting to leaf out. Yay! This grass, if I have a picture of it, I'll pop it on the screen. I got it from the Cobb County Master Gardener perennial sale. I forgot what it's called, but I'll try to find a picture of it. The most beautiful oat something. But I'll try to find it so I can show you guys. My strawberry is starting to leaf out as well. I'm trying not to get too excited because it's only the first part of March, but it's so warm. But knowing Georgia, we're in fall spring right now. Hopefully you can see it well. So that's a shade bed over there. Beautiful, beautiful, all covered in some nice layer of compost. I do have to come and spread the compost in this fruit cocktail tray bed, and then top off these containers right over there too as well. Otherwise, yay!